Hey guys, Jason here. I tried twice now to record the audio for this video because OBS didn't pick up my mic the first time, and the second time it sounds like I 30 feet away from my microphone the entire time I was talking. So yeah. This raid, you're mostly just like circling around the dragons, killing the trash. You really want to kill the archers first. There's not much else to the raid other than just don't let the dragons touch you. That's why you take the leap of faith from exalted angel, and preferably you also take the leap from draconic tier 5s. You're gonna want to play a caster. You're gonna want to have some way to bypass like elemental immunities that the dragons have when they're close by. I don't think it really reduces it enough to make it like true damage or anything, but like the closer they are, they're just gonna eventually start taking like 1 damage. This basically just makes it to where as soon as they're a little bit apart that they just start taking pretty much full damage. I'm not really sure why, but basically anything that does like force damage will do pretty much the same thing, which you only gotta light them on fire like 4 or 5 times, which happens at a certain health threshold. But after they start drawing on the stone meridian, you just basically ignore them entirely. But before that, you gotta kill these like 2 stone golem guys. They'll spawn like a bunch of waves of trash. You just kill the trash, then kill the stone golems whenever the trash is dead, because they'll bring back the dragon, and then, yeah, that's really all there is. Just don't get perma-slowed, and you'll be able to do the raid by yourself, pretty much. If you're doing this on, like, a weak character, I'd recommend doing this on hard. Spam Carrion Swarm. Carrion Swarm can basically just do this entire raid for you. I wish I was joking, but, like, yeah, I ran this on like my bank toon with like 1 dino bone item, and the rest was just like junk. The only set bonus I had was the 2-piece Feywild set. The character literally had barely over 1,000 health, and I was fine. You just can't really afford to get knocked down, as the dragons will hit you fairly hard, especially on Reaper 1. On Reaper 1, they were hitting my alchemist, who does have at least a little bit of PRR of like 150 or whatever. They were hitting me for 2,000 or higher per swipe, so can't afford to get hit. If you get hit, you're probably gonna die. And kill the archers because they like to spam slows. Kill the reapers if you're playing on Reaper mode, and then just make sure the alert's dead, because anything past green alert is potentially you get perma-slowed until you die. So yeah, that's kind of just the whole raid, really. Yeah, there's really not much to it. Like halfway through the raid, they'll just like split up. One will go in the air, but it doesn't necessarily matter that they do this. You're not gonna really want to solo this on like anything else other than a caster with the ability to cheese the raid mechanic, or just use ruin damage to also cheese the raid mechanic, because you're not gonna have them split up like long enough for a melee to progress through the raid, do the raid mechanic, and then kill the trash before they eventually get slowed down too much. I'm sure somebody can do it. I just don't build melees, nor do I want to try and do this on a melee. I mean, it looks annoying. Like, to be honest with you, knockdown immunity in this raid just doesn't work at all. And, yeah, with all the trash constantly spawning in the later half of the raid, it's just really not worth it to even bother trying. I would not even, like, care to try this on a melee, even if I had incentive to do so. But yeah, this is another easy 10 to 15 minute thread run, if anybody to actually do that anymore. I still kind of do market def runs whenever I bother to flag for it. And I still do this raid. I still do Hound of Zoriat. I don't really bother with Tempest Spine, despite that being like a really fast raid, just because I don't have a strength swap. So yeah, I'm just gonna let the rest of the video play out. I'm tired of redoing this, so I'll see you guys whenever I decide to post something else.
In a vicious frenzy, pulsing with power from the artifact. Yet now the artifact is unshielded and shuddering from the assault. The artifact appears to reset. Its shield returns, and it is invincible once more. Once more, the dragons draw heavily on the artifact, and its shield falls away. Shuddering from the assault, the artifact appears to reset. Its shield returns, and it is invincible once more.
Another target down. On to the next.
Once more, the dragons draw heavily on the artifact, and it's shuddering from the assault. The artifact appears to reset. Its shield returns, and it is invincible once more.
No mercy, no anger. Focus. Got one!
Once more, the dragons draw heavily on the artifact, and its shield, its magic stretched to the utmost and battered by your blows. The stone meridian shudders and explodes. With the meridian gone, the dragon's magical protections vaporize. They fall back on other weapons: fire, flight, and savage strength. One dragon has fallen. One remains.
We do our best to complete the mission. No regrets. No looking back. Enjoy the moment, but don't let this distract you from the mission.